for us to go live, and yes, we are live now.
Oh, live and in the place.
Yeah, so let me start off with our theme music for today. And that's not it.
Oh, sir.
Time after time.
Yeah.
You watched the movie?
Actually, I didn't watch the movie. I want to.
It's good. It's good.
I've heard good things about it.
It was good. They dove into a lot of different things.
I'm sure they did.
There were a lot of different things with that group. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Some of y'all might be too young for this. I don't know if y'all are or not.
The champions, my friend. The champions, my friend.
Yeah. Sport Friday had a good week.
That was a good week. It was a great weekend.
Yeah, they had a good weekend and
a good Monday.
Victorious. Yeah, they came out. That teaser of an announcement just ended.
Just ended.
Right?
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. If I had known, I probably would have tried to get in on the live with them. Like, yo, hey,
plug it in.
Yo, but no. All right. Welcome to episode 19 of CTE, the Chris and Travis Experience.
What's going on, everybody?
I'm Travis.
I'm Chris.
And this is going to be that experience, people.
Oh, this is going to be an experience today.
Yeah, we got a lot to talk about. A lot of stuff happened this weekend. A lot of stuff to talk about.
Yes,
a lot of stuff just to, I don't know, man, just to get into. Because, all right, well, I guess we're going to recap the weekend.
How was your weekend?
Well, we've been talking about the barbecue for a while, a couple weeks now.
Yeah.
And we had it.
We made it happen.
I had it in my house, my new townhouse.
Oh, yeah. Nice place.
Yeah, it is. I find them every now and then.
That's right.
I find a nice little spot every now and then. Yeah, I was tired.
Bro, you look tired. You look like you were working.
I was tired. Go
ahead.
I don't want to say everything that happened that morning.
Oh, yeah.
But
It was a busy, rough morning.
Yeah, I got up early that morning.
Oh, okay.
Put it that way. I got up early that morning. I had to start cleaning and stuff like that. And some people were there. So I had to, I had to do some things. And then so I had to start cooking, man. I cooked ribs, chicken.
Listen, my man Trav threw down.
Yeah,
I did. Trav threw down.
And usually, he
put them boys on fire.
Yeah, I did. I didn't even know it was that spicy.
It wasn't that spicy, man.
People were saying how spicy the ribs were. And I was like, I didn't know it was that spicy.
Kicking ribs, man.
Yeah.
Listen, let me tell you something. There were some things that we ain't gonna get into about them ribs, but they was delicious.
It was pretty good, man.
It was good.
Chicken. Even though I didn't eat them because I don't eat pork, but I cook them for my guests. So I cooked them for everybody.
Ate more than enough.
And you know what's funny about it? It came out after everything else was done.
Yeah.
So everybody said I already finished eating, and then the ribs finally got finished, and then I brought those out, and I was like, well, people take them home or something.
I ate that one because he's like, you gotta try something.
Yeah, and then they were gone. Like literally, I cooked 2 slabs, and they were gone. So it's like, oh. All right.
They was good.
I gave them that, and then the chicken. Everybody kept talking about the chicken first.
Chicken was good. Chicken was good.
So I was happy about that.
You did the special sauce on the chicken, right?
Yeah, I did. I did a little mix, two sauces together, and docked it a little bit, and then
it was good in a pan.
Yeah, I did all that stuff, man. It was really good, man. Brine the chicken, all that good stuff. But anyway, so that was Saturday, and we watched at 5:30. We watched Ross get off. Yeah, got in there and did his thing.
With the body shots.
Yeah.
Straight reverse punch.
Yeah.
My man Ross, I love you. And you won. And you beasted. But when you throw the body punch, you got to bring that back up. Just, I was just going to say. Constructive love.
Move your head afterwards.
Or that.
He was standing, you would throw the punch and then stand there, and that's when he catch you every now and then.
Retaliate with that power shot, that tie, delay.
Yeah. So I would just say, just make sure you get to that head movement.
Your movement on your feet, your footwork looked nice. Yeah. Coming out the gate with the flying knee, buddy.
Yeah, that was funny. To me, that was funny. I was like, he came out with the flying knee, just came running across.
Like, nah.
Oh, all right.
They caught him off guard, kind of clipped him and stunned him, and he just started working him. Yeah.
So the guy was apprehensive. He knew the power. He made sure he kept his hands up. so he wouldn't get caught too much and too right on the
too
money.
often.
He made sure he didn't. He kept his hands up and he was doing his thing. He was trying to steal the end of the rounds.
Yeah, always. Yeah,
he was trying to steal the end of the rounds. He would come on late in the second or the first and into the last 30 seconds.
Yeah, as a true like traditional Thai fighter, you could see his stance. They wind down and they try to wear you down, walk you down, and then crush you towards the last 45 seconds.
You could tell that was his game plan based off of point fighters.
Gassing,
getting real gassy at the end.
Plus, they said in his last glory fight, he got winded and he got gassed, so he was trying let me conserve what I need to. Minute left. I hear that minute left. All right, go.
Yeah, and you could tell that's what his plan was. But Ross, who is always in condition, is always training, always has good conditioning, was able to withstand that. I mean, it was certain time. I think at the end of the second. Ross, he was a little, and then he caught it in the third one. He looked real nice.
He looked clean and crisp in the third. Like it was like, all right, let's go now.
It was like his second breath. That's when the second breath kicked in. Like he was warmed at that point. He probably could have won another 2 rounds easily. And I saw that and it was like, okay, he switched it up, and now he's got his second breath. Now he's going to work at that point. And he was putting.
He came out first 15 seconds of that third round.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah. You saw the judges' scorecards going after 2 rounds. So you saw who was in the lead.
Yeah.
So, but my question is, do the competitors know?
I don't know. That's something that I asked Raymond, and he goes, they didn't do that. They weren't doing that when he was there. So they weren't doing the Insta, push the button for the round. And so everybody knows it. That's a controversial topic in itself because, do you want to know? Do you want the fighters to know it as a promotion? Because, you got somebody up 3 or 4 rounds in a 5-round fight and now they're going autopilot. So it kind of dulls the fight and it dwindles down what could have been or what was exciting.
It could dull the fight, but
it could. You see the dude and he knows he's down 4 rounds to none going in the last round. Hey man, we got to go for broke here, and that makes it exciting. So it's a weird thing, and it's a weird that they only do it, and they only do it in some shows.
I would say I actually like that.
It. I did,
because if you think about any of the other point quote unquote sports like football or basketball,
you know what the score is at the end of the rounds.
You got to get a little bit harder.
You're behind, so you got to work. Yeah, absolutely. So no, I agree with you on that one. I like it. Yeah, but I can see it as being both. I can see why promoters might not want to jump onto that, but I can see why in the dramatics you might want it.
I can see it in the. I can see it especially the shorter rounds. The shorter
3 rounds,
5 rounds, 7 rounds, whatever it is. I can see that the 12th round. Like if you really think about that one, if I'm up 11-0. That may discourage the other person, or it may actually make that person go hard.
Right. It all depends on that. And we get to see, at that point, what your mentality's like.
Yeah. Well, it could be, let's say
we were talking about rounds. We got the last 10 seconds or I'm there. But that's the same kind of principle when you're looking at it.
Yeah. Well, it could, but if you think about it, if we're fighting and you've been beating me up for 11 rounds, and I just want to make it out and go the distance as opposed to getting knocked out, because I got knocked down like 4 times in the fight throughout these 11 rounds.
Again, that speaks into each individual's mentality at that time. And so it's cool that you can see their mentalities. You can see that make it or break it moment where it's like, no further damage is needed.
How do you think a Floyd Mayweather fight would go? Because some people may actually think
discouraged.
You know what I mean?
You're down. You're willing. You're probably down. You won the first round and you've lost the next 5 to Floyd. So you already know that you're down 5-1 going into the 7th round. How much are you really going to try? You've been out there for 6 rounds trying to fight this dude and you can't hit him already. You're at the end of the round. You already know you're losing.
You may go zap.
He may.
You may go zap and start being dirty and doing whatever you can to get that man.
You might got to do it.
To make it a nasty, dirty fight, because you thought you might have won a couple of those rounds, but it looks like you didn't. I got to do something different. Yeah, so it could make it very interesting. You know, what I mean?
Again, it's a hit or miss on that. You could get a Tyson bite, or you can get a team fight, 2 team members fighting, and it's they're up by 4, and you just kind of bounce around for the last 45 seconds of the match.
Yeah.
So I mean, it depends.
I mean, yeah,
it's an interesting idea that I would like to see move forward. Probably in 3 and 5 round sports, MMA.
Yeah, just
and
testing out. Yeah, 3 and 5, especially in MMA.
Not no 12 round boxing fight.
Mm-hmm. I mean, some people probably be disappointed because at the end of the match, it's this weight.
Just I'm waiting to get my hand raised.
Yeah, like it's like I guess it takes away from that aspect of you trying to guess to see who wins.
Unknown.
Finally, like But if everybody knows that something is going wrong, like hey, hockey, I guess maybe they want to protect the ref. I mean the judges.
They show the judges' scorecards at the end of the match anyway. They release the scorecards at the is public record anyway. So I mean,
but they'll be out of harm's way at that point.
Like, yeah. That's what I say. My man in the front row is mad that he scored my guy wrong. You know.
How do you grade that a 10-9 for him?
We have another Khabib incident.
Yeah, I mean, so it would be interesting, I guess, from that standpoint.
That's something crazy. But yeah, like you said, every other sport, with the exception of combat sports, you know the scoring, you know the rounds.
And we have the technology to do it.
Even we look at judo, jiu-jitsu, Olympic taekwondo. You know what the point systems are. You know if you got subbed or not. It's kind of a because grappling is based off of all wrestling where there's points and all that jazz as well as the submission.
That's why I get it from back in the 1920s. Somebody just writing down the cards and then all of a sudden and some people don't like to change. People just hate to change.
Yes.
But I just get that feeling that it would be better if we knew going after each round 10-9, 10-9, 10-9. Okay. All right.
I got to get this knockout. Let's go.
Yeah, exactly. Score like, all right. I get that.
A scoreboard or some sort. Yeah.
Because at least you know at that point, like, what did he think? No, you got to make it clearer.
It's
simple
true.
as that. You got to make it clear. You got to make your dominance more clear about what you see and what you're getting into. So, yeah. But anyway, on that note, good job to Ross.
Great job, Ross.
Levine.
Man. Turbo-tastic.
Part of me wants to call him and be like, yo, did you know you were up after 2 rounds? Like,
my man was like, he said, but Ross is a dedicated dude. When he puts his mind to something, he wants it, and he wants to finish. So
exactly,
he's not the type of fighter. He's not the type of fighter in a point match to be up 6 points and turn it off.
Yes.
He's not that fighter. Yeah. So to see that he continued that into his full contact rather than lulling back and waiting for that, it's nice to see. Again, that mentality sticks with them. And, maybe good, maybe bad. We'll see, how that goes because, be up a lot, run into a punch, we'll have to pace that and see. But I think he did a really good job with that. He didn't, run and walk away, but he didn't also just blindly go into trying to fight for the KO. So he approached
I think he was trying to go for the KO.
He wanted the KO
at the beginning of the match and trying, and then he realized I got to break the guy down. This is going to be a little bit longer. Yeah. I got to break the guy down. This guy's not just going to fall for just anything. I got to break him down. I got to pick him apart. Stick to the game plan. Yeah. And if it comes, knockout comes. Because don't they get like knockout of the night extra money or something like that?
Yeah, always.
So, I think he was trying to go for that originally, but when it didn't happen, he just went like, all right.
But he went back to work. He adjusted the right way and didn't just continue to headhunt or the hunt for the knockout. All right.
There's a couple
if
times
it shows up, he loaded up on a few of them, but
he threw that head kick and failed or something like that.
Fell, yeah, switch up.
Yeah, he threw that. Yeah, so
all right.
Do what you got to do, man. You're trying to win that fight. Don't just leave it into the judge's hands. Make sure there's no doubt that you're winning this fight. So, so that sets up him in November.
Yeah,
to be in New York for Glory.
Yes.
So
that'll be a good draw for them. If because he's probably very healthy still. He didn't seem to have any.
Yeah, he's doing everything right. I don't think he got cut.
No.
So he should be good to fight in 2 months. Well, month and a half,
depending on his turnaround.
Yeah, when is that one? Glory, New York. Let me see. I don't know. I don't want to use that one because I want to talk about that topic.
And then I can't.
Oh, you want to do it?
I mean,
you want to go on there now because you.
It's just that I kind of wanted to see how they announced it since we didn't.
We didn't see it. We saw the ending of it.
But some of us knew.
Yeah, you knew, but you wouldn't tell me.
Listen, Josh, I told you I wouldn't say nothing.
Yeah, he didn't tell me.
I've known this for a little while now.
Yeah, I was never going to announce it.
I know you would. I knew you wouldn't.
Yeah, no.
But it was one of those things. I made a
so you can't put it. You can't say it on the podcast.
Yeah, nah, man. But man, that's news, right?
Yeah,
big moves. So for those of y'all who don't know. While Trav is looking that up, Alex did Point Fighter Live today. They unveiled the new karate team with the new sponsor. It is Team Dojo. No longer, I don't think it's Team Dojo Elite anymore. I think it's just the Team Dojo. Powered by Taco Bell.
Taco
Bell. Listen, Taco Bell. Do you know what kind of a major sponsorship that is? And you know, I don't know everything, and I don't want to claim to know everything, but I know a little bit about some of this stuff. And man, oh man, it's done right. It's in house. It's homegrown. It's done the right way. Like, congratulations to Josh and the dojo guys. That's a major move, major sponsorship, major money, major opportunities for that team, and then maybe the potential to move forward a little bit more in the rest of the sport karate realm.
That's where
what? One sponsor ain't gonna do it?
Yeah, no.
One sponsor ain't gonna open the door for more sponsors to come?
No, how many people are on the team?
Let's see. Ryan, Devin, Zach, Katana, Jeremy Francor, Pablo, Zayn, Cam. Am I missing somebody?
Jim
Haymore, and Mike Simmons. I think that's it.
So we got 10?
Maybe Juliana.
You said Pablo?
Yeah, I said Pablo.
So you said 10?
Yeah.
So that's it. Taco Bell is sponsoring them. That means that it's going to be...
No. Okay, go ahead.
That means it's just 10 people are benefiting from it. Now, unless Taco Bell is putting more money into it,
which could be the alternate way in, but you got to see how this original structure works. If both sides can keep up whatever their agreement is, and then what it can turn into and transpire. It could turn into something big, because I think...
Who's the plug?
Student.
Okay. That's what I say, because every sponsor
homegrown
that has come into our sport is because somebody worked at one of those companies
or trained one of those people. Did a private,
so
absolutely.
And that's how so I was wondering how the plug came in, and it's through a student of Josh's.
Yes. He's working through to get his black belt.
Right.
But he absolutely loved everything that was going on, talked about it. They went down and sat in meetings at the corporate offices, and then like Josh and Tim and man, it's been an ongoing thing for a little while for these guys. They've been really, really working hard for that.
With that being said, I can only imagine that there is going to be a event. There has to be. I can't see them just doing a team. I have to see. You may know more and you can't say anything, but I just think that there has to be an event coming. And that's just me. Looking at the tea leaves, I just can't see. Josh is not
what?
Josh is not the type of dude who's going to do anything half blank. So
Josh is not doing anything small at this point. So I can't
see him just, hey, you're sponsoring us. No. Josh is looking at the big picture. Josh is a big picture guy.
Remember when I told you? Do you remember when I told you they were doing big things and big things were happening for them, their team, their schools? It creates such a wonderful opportunity for them, allowing, when I was saying they were, he's working to do the school systems and expand out and to be able to do those things. Part of that is some of this, I don't know how much that's going to be versus the team versus the schools and all that. I don't know any of that, but, it seems as though that it's going to be a total benefit all the way around for the brand. And because it's the brand is what's being backed.
Right.
It's not the karate team. It's the whole brand. It's the schools. It's the dojos themselves. It's the schools. It's the way they run things. It's the lifestyle they live. It's the whole brand, the whole kit and caboodle. So, I mean, it's pretty cool. And some of them dudes are vegetarian. So they got vegan meals at Taco Bell now too. So, you know, they have, yeah. They got vegan tacos or whatever.
Impossible burgers at Burger King.
The Impossible Whopper, man. Anything is possible. So, they got a bean burger for a while.
They got a taco over there too at Burger King.
I know.
I don't understand why they made it like wiggly. Did you see it? Like it's like
I ate it. Not like I got it. It was $1. I had to try it. The closest thing I can compare it to is one of them trashy but delicious. Nah, it's better than that. It's like a Jack in the Box taco. You ever had a Jack in the Box taco?
Oh, that's California, bro.
That's West.
I don't think I've ever had
no Jack in the Box. You ain't no Jack in the Crack.
No. I went to Jack in the Box. I don't think I got a taco from Jack in the Box.
Man, they got a grilled chicken pita joint. Oh man,
I honestly can't remember. I remember it was super late and I went to Jack in the Box.
That sounds about right.
No idea what I got from Jack in the Box. Well, I don't remember. I just remember it was a tray and there was a whole bunch of stuff in there. But I don't remember what it was. I think it was like
Jack in the Box got such a menu. They got a big menu.
And so I have no idea. But we're not supposed to be talking about Jack in the Box. We're talking about
Taco Bell.
Who is the newest sponsor for
Team Dojo
or Dojo Elite, or is it?
I think it's just the Dojo. They had the TDE and they did a little commercial thing and they split it all out and then just transformed into the Dojo.
Okay, so
it's the Dojo.
So
logo.
Power's gone now.
Nah,
so what's TDE Power? So now it's just the Dojo.
Sponsored
by
the Bell.
Taco Bell. Do you think they're gonna have the Chihuahua? Bring the Chihuahua, Josh. Bring the Chihuahua out, okay?
Do you know how hard it's been not to ask Zayn to say yo quiero Taco Bell?
Dog.
Bro, you know how hard it is. We done trained together. I was like, hey. I remember having them little joints. Remember they had the little toys you could squeeze them and it has been so hard for me not to be like, hey, Zayn, can you say something for me? I want to record it.
Jeez, I didn't even think about that. Pablo, come on, man. Like
Pablo's still at home, man. I'm not close to Pablo. And Pablo, bro, send me a video.
Yo. I didn't even think about that's crazy.
And real quick though, hey, somebody get me a $5 box. That's all I was. Hey man, I want a cravings box. Give me the double XL chalupa joint. You don't need Taco Bell, do you?
I haven't had Taco Bell in a
like
while.
10 years.
No. I think I probably had it last year for something reason. It was just like, yo, let me go there and get like a gordita or something.
Nah, I mess with Taco Bell.
That's
my jam right there. I love me some Taco Bell.
Yeah, I can't mess with it that much.
You can't do it all the time.
Yeah, I do it like once every now and then, like once every a year. Yeah, and then try it. But other than that, no, I can't mess with it.
And it's one of the ones where you can't be eating healthy all week.
Yeah, no,
you gotta just kind of be on like a bender. You're like, let me go get some.
I couldn't imagine being on that squad when they're giving us free Taco Bell.
Listen,
a lot of people didn't. I didn't know until I got on the squad that JPM owned Patron. I didn't know that. So
you didn't know the Paul Mitchell Company owned Patron?
Not back then, like in 2007. I didn't know that. Like it just was what it was.
Right.
So then when they had at the Ocean State, they had the truck. The van. Yeah, the bus.
They always got the bus.
Yeah, and you go in there and they just
handing them out.
They was handing them shots out, man. I was like, wait, what?
Oh, well, hold on, what happened?
Dude, no, look.
That's what I'd have been. I'm like, huh?
It was a refrigerator. I swear it was a refrigerator filled with Patron. And then just bottles. And I walked in and it was like, and it was like, yeah. I mean, literally, right after the finals, I still had my uniform on. Yes, everything. Walked in there, and they were like, yeah, we on here. And then they started handing, I'm not going to say who, they were just handing
just people
shots. People was in there, and they handed the shots, and took a shot. They said, all right. I mean, literally, took the shot. All right, next round. I'm like, wait.
Well, hold on. Time out.
Just finished.
Time out, man. I just got off stage. I'm still sweating.
Right. Like they pouring the second shot. All right. Third one, I was like, yo, Greg, I got to get out of here. I'm not built like this. I hate tequila. I'm not built for this. I got to get out of here, man. Like, yo, I think I took the third shot. I'm like, all right, I got to go change. I'm sweaty and dirty. I got to go change. They like, no. I'm like, no. I got to go change.
I'll be shower. I'll be back.
Yeah, I did not come back. Like, I did not come back, man. I can't remember what we did that night.
3 tequila floor.
Yeah. I cannot. No.
Nah.
But yeah, that was crazy, and they had like a little platter or whatever. So I can only imagine when they do have an event or something like that. Because I'm saying that, yes, I'm putting it out there. Whenever they do have theirs, I can only imagine it's gonna be catered by Taco Bell.
So
you don't get in trouble.
Miami.
No,
that's the debut. Yeah, I knew that was going to be the debut of the team. So when Alex posted that, I was just like, I gotta wait. Okay, I still gotta wait.
Just wait. That's why you looked at it before. Like
you already know. I was on it right before we got here. Like, I forgot that's today. They're gonna announce it today.
They're gonna announce it. Yeah. So they can actually say it.
So now I can say Taco Bell.
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
Yeah, man.
Some cheesy gorditas, some nachos Del Grande.
I mean, I think it's dope for the dojo. I think depending on what actually comes to, of it,
right?
If it really benefits, I don't necessarily see it draw in more other sponsors. No. I mean, I just don't see it. I got a text last week. Someone asked, I think they threw, because skateboarding is going to be in the 2020 Olympics. And when does karate debut? Is it 2020, 2024 or 2020? So it's this year.
And it's only this year because France has said no to 2024.
Really?
Yes.
Did they say why? Did you say screw you?
Other sports. They were putting in other things. Like skateboarding, I think is what's replacing it in 2024 in France. I think breakdancing or they're trying to get tricky and stuff. Nah, son, I'm not.
Tony Hawk might try and jump out there or something.
Listen, Tony Hawk go out there and be a commentator and make a lot of money.
Yeah. I mean, I still can't believe the man had a video game and everything. And everybody was rocking that joint.
Man, Pizza Hut. Oh, the first PlayStation, the first Tony Hawk. I killed that game. I love Tony Hawk. That's a fun game, man. Well, I can't skateboard to save my life. It was just one of them things that I like doing. Like hockey. I can't play hockey. I'm terrible at ice skating, but I love playing NHL. NHL and FIFA are probably my two favorite sports games, other than fighting games. Those are my favorite video games.
Hockey.
It's
just different when I hear somebody from Florida say something about hockey. It's
fair enough.
Like, wait, what?
Huh?
Why is that even on your radar? Like just field hockey? Yeah. Okay.
I'll tell you why hockey became on my radar. There's a video game for the NES. For the Nintendo, the original Nintendo, called Blades of Steel.
Yo!
So you already know what time it is.
I remember
and then you could bump, and then you could fight.
Yeah.
And so, wait, hold on. Hey, you could slam somebody against the board as long as you didn't hit them with your stick, and you could get into a fist fight and only go spend 2 minutes in a penalty box. This is my game. This is what I want to do. And I've watched hockey and played the games ever since. I tried to play roller hockey when I was a little kid. Well, because that's one of the four best sports. Four best sports games that Nintendo put out.
The original Nintendo? You're talking about Double Dribble?
Yes, Double Dribble.
Yeah.
Tecmo Bowl.
Yeah.
Roger Clemens MVP baseball. And then that
Blades of
Steel. Because they didn't really have a good soccer game.
You don't count Mike Tyson Punch-Out as a sports game?
I would have to count Skate or Die as well, which is a dope game as too.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Mike Tyson Punch-Out was dope. I have both. I have the original Punch-Out too with Mr. Dream, the white guy, and I have Mike Tyson. I have both, and I still have them in the box.
I'm about to say, all right, do you have the big cartridge or did you get the rebrand, the miniature?
I have the original.
Okay.
I have both original Ataris. I have my original NES, my Super Nintendo, my Sega Genesis. My Sega Master does not work currently, but I'm working on fixing that. System. You know what I mean? That's the original Street Fighter. People don't know. People thought it was just Street Fighter 2. I've never seen Street Fighter. Sega Master.
Sega Master System. I used to love when Sega Master System was Altered Beast. I used to love Altered Beast.
Altered Beast is cool.
I used to love that one.
We talked about hard video games the other day. Kids today would never beat Echo the Dolphin, nor would they beat the Lion King on Sega Genesis.
I remember playing Lion King.
Lion King was. I never got past Echo the Dolphin. It was a dolphin. Yeah, you swam around and Echo looked. You got to do the thing.
Yeah, no, I never played that.
I mean, you got Earthworm Jim.
Earthworm Jim. I remember that. I remember Earthworm Jim. Anyway,
we got way off.
Yeah, way off. Taco Bell, right?
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell's the new sponsor. But I mean, I guess there's no more of a no new coach or anything like that. It was just they just a new sponsorship for it.
Josh and Jim are probably going to be the predominant coaches on the team.
Wait, so is Jim retiring?
Player coach more than likely, but like Josh was, but few and far between. Player, more coach. Yeah, but come out here and there. 30 and over teams, if they get a 50 guy to come out and do something, maybe figure that out, because they got Mike in the 40 division. They got Jim in the 30 division. If you could grab a 50-year-old, I mean, shoot, there's a ton of 50-year-olds. The executive divisions are freaking huge, man. There are tournaments. I've been to tournaments where the executive divisions, both in forms and in fighting, are bigger than a lot of the regular divisions in the 18 to 29.
Oh, yeah.
Executives are doing it. Their forms division, like, because I'll go watch Mr. Kramer. So there's 14, 15 dudes every tournament in that executive division, in the 50 and over divisions. They got more competition up there. And 30 and over got more competition in their divisions too, it seems like lately.
Well, that's something that I just have to research and look at, because it's just interesting to see if, like, is there a reason? Because there was a dip for a few years of just attendance and who was competing in adult black belts, and it's kind of it's gotten better. It's not as it's not. It's like when you see the heavyweight division, there's a lot of people in there. Because when I was fighting, it was like 3 of us. And there were less divisions.
Half of us on the same team. And there were less divisions.
Yeah.
There were only 6 divisions and less people.
Yeah, and somehow
I remember. Oh my God! I remember I came to the battle one year when they were doing some weird seating. The double A and single A, and then you put them together and you put the divisions together. They did some nonsense. I remember this. I fought one fight. There were like 8 fighters in the division, and because the way that the brackets, however, it worked out with the 2 divisions, I had one fight to win first place. I got a bye all the way through.
That's ridiculous.
And I won, and then I won lightweight grands, and then like I had 2 fights the whole tournament until I fought, I think, Jason. Like my 3rd fight of the tournament was Jason for runoffs. That was the craziest thing ever.
That's just ridiculous.
It was bananas the way they do that. So I know you've been watching theirs. I was curious. Jeff and Alex.
I'm recording it.
I know. That's
so a lot of people don't know that.
I know that. That's why I say these
I'm gonna let people know. Yeah, I'm recording it, and I'm just behind the scenes. I don't honestly. Honestly, I don't want to be in front of the camera. I would much rather be behind the camera.
Right.
But
we had to pop off somehow.
Yeah. I got to, I
do know.
Somebody got to be in front of the camera, and somebody got to be working to do all of that stuff. But
to make it work.
Yeah. So I was just, so I listen to them all the time. I'm sitting there, and whenever either Alex or Jeff say something, I'll be just sitting there, either looking online or I'll be listening. And then next thing one of them will say something, I'll be like,
huh? You just perk up?
What'd
you talking about?
Wait, what?
That one judge? He said, huh? Wait, talk about what did you just say?
Yeah, or when Jeff said that he didn't want the judges and the competitors in the same hotel. I'm just like, I get why you saying that, and in a perfect world, yes,
agreed. And that's a 10-year plan. That's we got to professional it. We got to train them. Now when we train them, we got to make sure they don't have an affiliation. Now, it's in the future, but honestly, in the big, the grand scheme of things, when you go to 2020, when we watch the 2020 Olympics on TV, you will never see anybody from the judging panel affiliated or associated with anybody from a coaching staff, any kind of thing. There's an arbitrator who is a committee member who will go and ask a board member who will go and get a rule variation from the judges. Nobody no coach, no player, no anybody will see or be able to speak to them other than probably a bow and maybe shaking hands at the beginning or the very, very end of all the competition. You're not going to see them out there on the floor chit-chatting with somebody, because of what it looks like. Again, not what it is or
But
what it looks like.
Yeah.
Oh, Chris was over there talking to Travis the whole 3 minutes before they fought, and then Travis scored every point for Chris. They didn't look at that Chris got every point or whatever. It just doesn't look great. So to have that to have the complete separation between the two gives you, that's where you get that elite level sport, that professional, that real next level, so to speak, of sport.
Yeah.
But no, I like the team fighting topic, man. I was engaged in that one. I'm out there cutting my grass.
Well, you know what? Before we get into that,
yes. Okay.
Let's finish off the weekend.
Recap, because we still got
that flying knee.
Oh, and the possibility.
Yeah.
They mentioned it. Not because we mentioned it a while ago.
Yeah. So, all right. So on Friday, I think it aired on TV at 9, but I went online and watched it at 5 o'clock.
Because
you
text me like 20 minutes after. I was online too.
So I'm sitting there watching it, and literally right before he threw the flying knee, I was sitting there. I was like, he probably gonna throw a flying knee soon. And then that's when he threw it, and I was like, "Yep." Because the dude, I didn't even pick it up on my own. That he was ducking. I just thought,
oh, there it is.
He should throw.
You didn't know why you should do it, but I knew that would be what you did. Front kick, flying knee.
Right there, right there, boom, and he did. He hit that dude and was like, yo.
MVP. Michael Venom Page.
Okay, so I just text Ross.
Okay.
And I asked him, I said, yo, did you know the score? He said he did not. He said, I know they were doing open scoring, but my coaches didn't tell me where we were at. So
respect to them old school coaches right there. Nah, you got to stay hungry. You got to keep on the sharpness. Perfect.
Okay, yeah. So
thank you, Ross, for texting back. We appreciate you.
Yes, sir. And good win again, of course.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, but back to the what's his name? Michael
Page.
Yeah, it was a few interesting things in there, and just in that fight. He looked more comfortable. I mean, he was bigger, he was faster.
Yeah, he was a lot
better fighter. Clearly, he knew it. The other guy knew it,
but he didn't go too wild. He was still composed and controlled, trying to capitalize on the learning from the last fight.
Yeah, and not slipping up and doing.
He watched how far his feet. You noticed that his feet were not that far wide as they were, especially as his entry comes in, and that's kind of where Lima got that quick sweep out. So
yeah,
I liked the adjustments from Mike. I liked the calmness, like you were saying. Yeah, he read that knee beautifully.
Yeah, he did.
I was like, why is he ducking down? Is he thinking that Mike is going to shoot on him? That's what I was thinking. Or was he thinking there was going to be a spin to go over his head? Those were the two things
he threw the jab.
Yeah.
You did a counter jab, which I was kind of confused at.
I thought that was going to be a switch knee with the lead knee instead of the flying knee from the back.
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah.
Because I thought when he was going to cut in, he was going to lean off jabs. He was going to switch off with that knee. But it was clean.
It was a clean, just straight down the pipe.
Bing.
But I still don't understand what Kearley, was it Kearley?
I don't know.
Keeley, whatever. Yeah. I can't remember. I don't understand why he did a counter jab against the cage.
Longer.
Yeah, like
no escape route.
Right.
He should have cut off an angle. Did you run and grab him?
Like, I was trying to figure out, maybe he was trying to do a check. I don't know, but it looked like it was a counter jab and he got caught.
Yeah.
Or he was trying to do
hook. It didn't really look like it was a lot of anything.
He just I don't get it. I think he was confused and he just threw something. You know how you fight somebody and throw something, stay back.
That no technique.
Yeah. I think that's kind of what it looked like. He got
if I throw something, he might back up. Yeah.
He caught that knee to the chin or whatever. But it was what it was. But then after the fight,
they started making.
They said that he was going to be the headliner. They said they wouldn't say it in stone, but I can't remember the guy's name or the guy who it was. But he said that he was like, he said, I'm going to say it that MVP is going to be the headliner in London in the next one. I don't know if it's October or November. I can't remember.
I think it's either end of October or mid-November.
I can't remember, but he said he's going to be the headliner for the next one in November. I mean, in London. And with that, he started throwing out names, and a name that he threw out was Raymond Real Deal Daniels. Now, I mean, the moment Raymond signed on Bellator with kickboxing, that's what I thought they were building towards.
Yes.
I was like, yo.
Well, we talked about that on the show.
Yeah.
Right? Like, figure out a way to build it. We talked about it. If Mike lost to
Daly.
Douglas Lima.
No, Lima.
If he lost to Lima, and then after Raymond's, because it was right after Raymond's 720, that might be something that they would look for. They'd give Mike one more warm-up fight, and then they would look to do something like that. Yeah. But we were also talking about, would they do it kickboxing or would they do it MMA? Obviously, for me now, the choice is MMA because of the money.
Yes.
Now, from my understanding, is it would have, it would be a pretty big sum of money for that fight to happen.
Yeah. I mean,
part of pay-per-view buys and all the rest of that, depending on
contracts.
You really
think about it, those two, that sets up a very exciting fight. Very two flashy guys. Yeah. There's a back history there.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of that.
I mean, it does set up. The only question is Ray gonna
kick with him, punch with him?
Or is Ray going to go back to Bellator?
Oh, stay at Bellator?
Yeah, is he going to stay at Bellator? Is he going to go to Run? It's going to be hard for Bellator to keep Ray.
Yeah.
Knowing that One is throwing money at everybody. So
and Ray's got, and One has kickboxing.
Right.
One does kickboxing. Nikki just fought in kickboxing and won.
Yeah.
That's another huge possibility. I mean, it's
the third one?
I mean, in One, after the highlights, the build back, why not? How many people are really challenging Nikki?
Whoever beat him in Glory? I can't remember what the guy's name.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember too.
Sooner or later, that guy's gonna get pulled over to One if he's not already there.
Mm-hmm. So it's all, at this point, it's now following the money.
Yeah,
people are tired of getting beat up for chump change.
Yeah,
he's wearing
at the end of the day, that's why boxing is still boxing. They still paying these guys. They pay.
Boxing pays.
Yeah,
boxing pays.
MMA.
I wish I'd have gone to boxing. Jesus.
Yo, that's what I wanted to do. No lie. When
you got a good frame for that, bro. You got a good frame for that.
My uncle opened up his karate school. My brother wanted to do karate, and they asked me, "Do you want to do karate?" Because I was 7. I was like, "No, I want to box." Because I was in 2nd grade, and a kid had came to school with he had won some boxing championships, and he had a boxing belt. And I was like, yo, that's cool. Yeah. I was like, no, I want that belt. Bro, I want to do it.
That's the truth. That is truer things have never been said about that belt right there.
And my mom looked at me and said, no, you're not. I'm not going to have you all punch drunk and you can't talk and slurring your words. No, you need some discipline. Go do karate. Because I always got in the fights.
Right, of course.
So
why you ask me?
Yeah, so I was mad, man. I did not want to do karate. I did not want to do it. And then, I did it and once I started getting able to fight people, it was fun for me.
Okay,
so,
I get to fight here too.
I get to punch and kick people. All right, cool. But I really wanted to box. I think I would have done all right with boxing. But yeah, man.
Boxing.
Oh, boxers getting paid. Yeah.
Boxers getting paid.
As opposed to MMA people. You don't even have to look. When somebody, look at what was the purse for Errol Spence in
a lot.
And
millions.
I'm pretty sure it's probably bigger than anything that the MMA people are getting.
Oh yeah.
Even the UFC.
Oh yeah. So, but now. The breakdown is different. The payouts are different too. I'm sure I know MMA fighters got to pay out a bunch, but I don't think they still don't pay out as much as they do for boxing.
I'm pretty sure they don't.
The boxing, you got all the different trainers, you got all your different things, you got gym fees, but you get sponsors too. So it's at the end of the day, the big name boxers are making a ton more money than the big name MMA and kickboxers.
Yeah.
Always have, probably always will. If nothing else stands, look what Conor did to get that fight with Floyd. That should tell you right there how bad they want to get into that level.
So they're making $2 million. That's what they're saying. That's Yahoo Sports Report. That both fighters will make $2 million with each getting a percentage of the pay-per-view buys.
With them getting is that with the pay-per-view buys?
No, that's after. That's before.
So they're getting 2 before pay-per-view buys.
Yeah.
And then I'm sure whoever, depending on the split, if one of them will get house gate too. the gate, or they do different deals.
They're saying, okay, Forbes says Spence earned a career high of $8 million. $3 million came from his purse, and the rest from the ESPN report of 360,000 pay-per-view buys, and that's for his fight against Garcia. So I can only imagine he should be walking away somewhere around the same. Yeah. Porter's bigger than Garcia.
8 to 10. I'd probably say somewhere around 10 total.
Yeah. So he should be somewhere around that.
So he'll probably take home.
I wasn't impressed by the next fight though that they announced. The Spence versus Porter. Spence versus Danny Garcia.
Danny Garcia.
Yeah, I was not. I was like, yeah, that didn't make me go, yeah, I got to see Danny Garcia. And
they brought, they didn't even get my man all the way through the interview.
Yeah,
I hate when they do that.
Yeah,
I hate it. I know you want to build. I know you want to do that. I know. Yeah, I don't like that. Come on, man. Give my man he put in a full camp. He put in a full fight. Get a man 5 minutes to have an interview and to give his family some love and to talk to his corner man, and then be like, yo.
Right. And then say,
just a little bit of decency. I mean,
because it's all staged, and like the fact that it's staged to tell you something that is not right. You know what I mean? Just in the fact that you bringing this person up, this is your next fight. Like,
it sounds like the WWF. Like, you know what I mean? Like, wait, can I go home? Can I take a couple days off?
Danny Garcia was saying he was getting ducked and he's screaming from the crowd, I want you. That just makes it look better. Bring him up there.
By the way,
we're going to do this.
Your contract says that you got to fight whoever I say, and this is who I say, even if anybody. But I think that
we all know who we want to see him fight. We want to see him fight Terrence Crawford.
Man.
Let's be honest. That's the fight everybody wants. Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford. All this other stuff is just it's in the way. All right. Just money grabs for us to keep just for them to keep buying. We want to see Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence Jr. And that's it. That's the fight. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's
there's
the
really
fight.
not any other boxing fights that I'm looking like that I want.
There is a fight that they're going to make. I'm shocked that they said Danny Garcia over this guy. It was Pacquiao. Which I thought that after Pacquiao beat Thurman, I figured they were going to throw him out.
You already knew. That's what I thought too.
Yeah, when you you don't give us Crawford or Pacquiao, you throw Danny Garcia.
No disrespect, Danny Garcia, but I don't want to see you.
That's not you. Especially when Danny lost to Sean Porter.
Yes.
So the guy he just beat. So what are y'all trying to do here? Like
it makes no sense. And it's not even UFC style where I'm getting name versus name and I'm not dealing with those things. I don't know what that is.
It's Philly versus New York.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
But
that's it. It's Hispanic versus Black. That's what it is.
I mean, I understand. You know what I mean?
Like,
we've talked about
that's all it is. It's that thing. It's culture versus culture. And
it's culture.
That's what they're pulling, as opposed to black guy Errol Spence versus black guy Terrence Crawford. I just did 2 black guys. Yep. So now we got to switch it. Let's throw Danny Garcia in there, and Pacquiao. You can fight just once a year. You'll be next up on the list for Errol Spence once he's done, because Pacquiao's not fighting Crawford.
No, hell.
He's not fighting Crawford because of the whole Bob Arum thing. So he's not fighting Crawford.
Nope.
So the only big fight that he has next is I didn't know where to go with this. Like wait, what?
He really has nothing left, though.
You know what?
What?
Go ahead. He's a little too light, but Pacquiao's not that big as a guy.
No, he's moving up.
Lomachenko.
Nope. Manny, please, Manny, as a loyal fan who will still go out there in all Filipino gear, please don't fight Lomachenko. Please don't do it.
I'm just saying that would be money. I'm looking at it from the standpoint of money.
Money, yeah.
Money standpoint, that is a fight that he can. I would sit there and watch.
Absolutely, and I'll still cheer for Manny. I mean, secretly, I know who I'm betting for. I'm just.
I'll just be sitting there watching, like, yo, I don't know who's gonna win. I know who's gonna win this, but I got a feeling I know. But I thought Thurman was gonna take him out.
No.
So
why? Power?
Yeah, just
size and power.
Younger. I just figured that Pacquiao hadn't looked good the last couple fights.
No, he didn't.
So it's kind of like, all right, you're on your way out, but he pulled some Bernard Hopkins type stuff out of his butt.
Never count out the 40-year-old crackhead.
Like, wait, what just happened? Like, all right, well, Okay.
All right. Wow. Look at that. High five.
Yeah, he did that thing. He did that thing.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Yeah. All right.
Thurman sitting on commentating like,
exactly. Yeah.
You need to go sit down.
Yeah.
How you gonna tell Sean Porter what he needs to do?
Did he say that?
No, because remember they were doing they were all dressed up in the ring and they were doing who's got the 3 keys to victory, and I was just like, right now I don't think neither. I mean, I know somebody is telling you what you should be saying and the keys to victory are, but I don't know if either one of y'all should be talking about these two guys right now. Oh, that's why they
you're
announced
here.
See, I
I
was wondering why Garcia was there or Thurman was there. I was like, I thought they were going to announce them two were fighting or something. Like they were buddy and they were going to fight at
maybe, you know what would have been funny? If Porter had won, would they have thrown Thurman up there? I said, this is your next fight. Because Porter Thurman's fight was very close and it was very entertaining.
Yes.
I can see them throwing that out there.
They could have done that. That's probably why they had both of them there.
Yeah. And so they probably was cheering for the other people. Like, come on, Porter, give me that money.
I need that fight next.
No, Spence, come on.
That is probably what happened.
That's probably why they had him there. Because that makes
boxing starting to turn into WWE too. Well, it's been that way.
I mean, WWE was just they just let you know that.
They just told you it was fake.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, we're going to make up some stuff and you guys just watch it, okay?
Mm-hmm. So it is what it is.
Yeah, it is.
All right. So, my bad, Jeff and Alex, we kind of got off topic.
We paused you guys because we wanted to recap the weekend.
Yeah, we wanted to finish the recap
fight, the MVP. We got it. Now we're back. We honed in.
Back to sport karate, people.
That's right.
All right. Team fighting rules.
Fighting rules. I wrote this whole long thing and then I deleted it. On their on the I don't know if it was on Alex's or on Jeff's or
it was on the Martial Arts Internet Network Facebook page
when they had that and they were like, I'm still waiting, and I was like, and I wrote this whole long thing and then I was like, nah, I'll just talk about it.
So tune in. She says like, I talked about it on there. Make sure y'all listen.
That's right.
But yeah. So
they've had some really good rules and some really, really, really crappy rules. Oh my God, some crappy rules.
Go ahead, man.
Worst to me, the worst rules are when they tried to make it, and I think Alex said it was when they tried to make team fighting like super fights. Well, okay. My number one problem with all team fighting is that in NASCAR, at least, they constantly change the rules. Why are we have a point fighting division. We have a team point fighting division. Why are those rules at any way, shape or form different than the regular point fighting rules? I hate 90-second rounds. I think that's stupid. It's always 2 minutes. I think we make a regular match 2 minutes, make a team match 2 minutes. Either make it 1st to 7 for every match or make it total points every match. I think
make total points every match.
Make it total points every match. Every match, total points.
Yeah.
If you want to do a 10-point spread, go ahead. But then you have to have a 10-point spread on the finale as well. It has to be consistent rules for all 3 matches. It's got to be that. But my least favorite rules are when they did the pushing people out of bounds and people falling on the floor, and they would get a point for the other time. Because this was part of my story. I went to a team event in Miami and we fought another team, and it happened in the division for teams and for super fights, where when one team would fall down or go out of bounds, nothing would happen. Anybody, some of the other teams would fall out of bounds.
What team?
Immediate. It was Full Circle at the time because I was fighting Ryan McGriff. And it was one of the biggest explosions. And because I'm very, I'm kind of loud.
What up, Ryan?
Yeah, I like Ryan. Ryan's a cool dude. So I got nothing wrong with Ryan. Joe Greenhall was the center, and I got no problems with Joe either because I said it to him that day and I'm over it. But it was one of those things where like Ryan would kick. Whether he would hit or not, he would get hit and he would fall down. So that you can't get a penalty and a point in the same. So the kick is nullified. The penalty point is automatically scored. That's the way it's supposed to be. Unless the kick hit, then there's a break and then there's a push down. So, and it wouldn't happen. It wasn't being called that way. So and I'll never forget. I bet if I had a something gold circle or yellow circle on my back, I'd get that point.
And
I didn't get the point. I lost. And I was disqualified, but it's okay. It was, it's one of those things. Yeah, I got disqualified because I tried to kill somebody.
Yeah. So Jeff told a story on there about the CJB team elite team.
Yeah. CJB also did something like that at the U.S. Open, but it was for prize money, not for rules.
Okay. Well, guess who's the third place team?
Yeah.
I don't talk about that because we lost. We lost to IDC. Yeah. So it was like, you know, but the one
IDC they were second. They said the same thing. Yeah,
That's the funny thing. They didn't fight. So how are they second?
Oh, they shouldn't have got second.
They did.
Well, they won, so they were the only two teams that were supposed to be in the final. So both teams backed out.
He said,
I know. He said the first and second. Yeah.
So the second place team got like, yo, Jeff, they didn't fight.
He was just letting you know. He was just letting you know if we had a fight.
If they did fight, then they would have been the second place team.
Who could it be or whatever?
Yeah, it was
PCP
it was
whatever
IDC. We ended up we lost to them. I think it was me skiing Jermon. I think it was us, and we lost to IDC. But
was that like Malaris and who?
I just remember I fought Ronell.
Yeah,
I remember I fought Ronell. I don't remember who else was on the squad on the other side. I honestly don't. But I remember being there that night, and they're telling us that we won. I was like, "What are you talking about?" The other two teams bowed out, so
y'all won.
We're getting it, and I was like, "I don't want that."
Got that watch still? Or did they give up the watches then?
I swear to God, I don't know. Like I don't remember that. That has been permanently blocked out of my. I just remember I don't want that. I don't count that in my world championships. I don't count that as a team. I don't count that. That's no, that's nothing.
Fair enough.
You know what I mean? I didn't win. We didn't win.
I was gonna ask you that. Were you there that year? And who was that? Who, if you were there, who was that team?
We were the team. that
we were that team.
I don't want that. Yeah, no. Because I think we had to. Did we have to fight? I think we might have had to fight.
It was you and the team who lost to CJB.
Yeah,
had to get up there and fight.
Yeah.
Well, at least you had another fight. I mean, that makes it a little bit better. I mean, it's not good by any means, but it's a little bit better than just walking up there getting your watch.
Chief. I don't. They weren't giving money.
Well,
thank you. So we didn't.
I mean,
it was nothing. I don't care about that belt. They do the NBL belt 2002. I think it was 2002. I'm almost positive 2002. Yeah, it was Pan Ams. It was Pan Ams.
Pan Ams, Panama City.
Yeah. It was 2002 because I was there and I was like, all right, because I won heavyweight. But I
didn't go to the finals. That's the only Super Grands I went to, and I didn't go to the finals that year because I wasn't in it, and I was mad. Yeah. I was so mad.
Yeah. So that I didn't. And in 2002, I didn't fight all year. I had wild carded, so I didn't know anything about what they were talking about. I was just there, All right, we here. All right. No, it must have been Willie. It must have been Willie and Ski. I don't think it was Jermon. I think it was Willie and Ski because I remember what happened.
You remember why?
I don't know if I should tell this story, but I would tell a story you know what? I'll tell this story.
Okay.
Because it was funny as all heck, right? You know how everybody goes to, after the tournament, everybody goes out drinking or go to a party or something like that. And we would, so it was me, Ski. I think it was just me and Ski. And we walked over to Ronell and was like, yo, we're about to go to a club. Now, me and Ski are black. Ronell's black. So we go tell Ronell, right? I cannot remember who the forums guys from IDC were standing next to Ronell. But they were like, y'all going out? We want to go. And we was like, all right. We had never been there. So it was like, all right, well, because we had asked I think one of the people at the desk, yo, where's some black clubs or something like that. And so they were like, yeah, we want to go. It's like, all right. So we hopped in the car and rolled over. And we get there, we start pulling up. We start seeing old schools on 26s, candy
Florida.
paint,
welcome to Florida. Vertical Cadillac grill,
all that, man. We were like, yo, this is about to be hood as hell. So we would pull up, and they sitting there like,
all you see is golds and all you smell is greens.
They were super comfortable, right? We hop out the car and go in, and like we like, yeah, they come in with us or whatever, and we walk in, we pay our money, and we walk through, and I stop and I turn around and I look at Ski and Ronell, and I said, hey, they ain't pat us down. And they were like, dog, they didn't. And the faces, their faces.
The Forms people's faces?
Yes.
The Forms guys.
They were shook. So we go into the party. I mean, you know, we having fun or whatever. And they were like standing next to each other.
Like in a huddle, in a
yes.
small huddle.
Small huddle.
Like the girl huddle and then normally in the club.
So me, Ronell and Ski having fun, whatever, just like, you know, talking or whatever.
Poor guys.
I wish I could tell certain things about this thing because it was just funny because Ski was just hilarious that night. But
well, yeah, I could see all of that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything, but because I said his name, that's why I'm not gonna say anything. But so at one point,
oh no,
a fight breaks out. Right?
Nice.
Yeah, exactly. Fight breaks out. Everybody starts running. I don't know how they got behind the bar, but they were
behind the bar, ducked down behind
It was so fast. I looked over and like, yo, me and Ski were kind of just standing there. And people were getting thrown over because, like, you know, in Detroit, it happens so much.
You kind of want to watch.
You just kind of just like, yo, dang, they getting stumped out. And so, dude, it was like a bar or something. Like, not a bar, but like you know, a railing. And somebody got thrown over, and other people jumped over, and we just we had our drinks and moved up to the side.
Yeah, a couple steps.
Yeah, people were running outside. We were just kind of like, dang, we were making sure, we started looking around, making sure nobody was
getting ready to.
Yeah, so then we had to go over there and make sure the Forms guys were all right. Me, Ronell, and Ski went over there to make sure they were all right. Like, yeah, they're like, we gotta go.
Why? It's over now.
It was like, yeah, we might as well go, man, because everybody running out of here. So, all right. So we just bailed out.
No
man.
Police came?
Nah, we left before that happened. I mean, security had ran in, and security was throwing people around. So it was like just a wild brawl, basically, at one point. And we just bonked out. But yeah,
Florida man.
Their faces. But you know, one thing that Ski said to me, he was like, "Yo, so?" He's like, because I was like, man, should we tell him like that? You know, because I don't know what kind of place it's gonna be. Ski was like, yo, they drag us to those techno clubs all the time when we go out. They
if they want to go, they can come with us.
We just need to find some place to go. And next you know, it's a techno thing. Everybody jumping around with glow sticks and stuff. And we're like, yo, I don't really get this.
I don't really do this, but whatever.
So then it turned out, yeah, exactly. So then it was like, yo.
Couple more shots of Patron.
Yeah, exactly. It was like, yo, boom. There's more to the story, but I can't say it online. And I'm not incriminating anybody. So,
because that's our friend.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not. That's not me. I'm not Tekashi. Anyway, but yeah, man, like that was insane, man. It was just funny though. It was hilarious to see them. Like,
Forbes guys, they didn't pat us down. I could see the face, like, huh?
It's like, yo, just as long as you know, if they don't pat you down, there was no metal detector, nothing.
No, if they don't pat you down, everybody's the same. Money.
Yeah, exactly. So it's somebody in there holding. At least a couple somebody was in there holding. And I was like, yo, just as long as you know, that means don't start nothing, won't be nothing. And even if it was, I mean, people could go to the truck. I seen that happen a couple times, so it just is what it is. But
yep.
Yeah. So yeah. And you know, it's funny. People ask me about that. Like, yo, what's like growing up in Detroit? Oh, I heard it's like dangerous or scary. I'm like, nah. Like, it's
culture.
It's like, just have common sense.
Well,
nobody's gonna bother you as long as you don't walk in and start screaming something wild.
Yeah.
And that's not just the black people.
No.
It's the white people too.
Yes.
Like they, yeah. I have some friends, man. Like, look, my ex went back to Detroit with me, and she was like, "Y'all white people kind of black." I was like, "What does that mean?" Like, she's like, they don't act like
the run of the mill suburb.
Like,
they're suburb people. They're hard,
kind of black. Like, I'm like,
There's a harder. It's a different breed.
Everybody work on the line. Like it just is what it is. Like I mean,
everybody's the same.
Yeah, like it just is what it is at that point. So as long as you don't go in there screaming some stupid stuff,
right,
and start acting,
you mind your P's and Q's.
Yeah, don't go walking down a dark alley
by yourself.
Yeah, don't hop out the gas station at 2 o'clock in the morning. Don't do that
in Atlanta neither.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like common sense stuff.
Yeah, but that's, I think, people who don't grow up around a city, people who live in small suburbs and people like that, they don't have that. It's not the same kind of common sense.
Yeah, I guess so.
You don't have to, when I go to a city, you always look for, you keep everything tight. You always look for, pickpockets. You watch for different things when you're in a bigger city, when there's a bunch of people. Like, you just have to know those things.
Right.
I'm one of those people, when I go into a restaurant, I count how many people are in there, how many people look suspicious, and how many exits there are. And I never put my back where I cannot see the door. It's one of those things, unless I'm with somebody like you and I go somewhere and you sit in the booth side facing the door. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. Like, meh. My wife sits there. I'm like, baby, I need you to switch seats. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's just on that side. That's just the way it is. So we have that because we understand how things really work. Yeah. People who have never seen those things don't have it. It's like people from the north who always laugh at us in Atlanta about the snow. Yeah, I only got 3 inches of snow. Yes, but it rained the night before and we have 1.5 inches of ice underneath that snow with hill. Yeah. You guys, it's been cold and it doesn't get, there's no perspiration in the north. So when you have 8 feet of snow, it's dry at the bottom. We don't have that luxury. It rains, it freezes, and we have to try to drive on that. Well, so it's different kind of sense for what your environment gives you.
Yes, but that snow thing is a little bit different because it's one, you got 30.
It's just a very easy how you treat example. Right. The salt and the yes. It's just a very easy example of differences. Yeah, I understand. There's a lot more into that.
Yeah, how much money goes into like treating it because we know this is coming, so we gotta. Can't shut down for a week every time it snows. Nah, just gotta do what it is.
And now that it happened to Atlanta, Atlanta's a little better prepared. A little.
Look, man, they still shutting down when they say it's gonna be some ice. They still shutting down. Like,
listen, I know. I'm out here. It snows out here a little bit. Yeah, it twinkles down a little bit.
And be like, oh. I'm like, all right, well, if I ain't got to go in, I ain't got to. They're like, if you don't want to risk it, don't risk it. Like, I can risk it. I know what I'm doing, but
I ain't driven in the snow before. But sweet, you give me that day, I'm taking it, buddy.
I'm going to sit my butt at home and just do what I need to do from work. All right, just like that. So,
man, we got far off that team fighting. It's bad because I remembered what we were talking about. How did I was like, I thought we was talking about a team fight.
Yeah, we went way
Panama City got us.
Yeah, Panama City took me down a whole nother realm. Back to what we were talking. Okay, more team fighting rules. Yeah, I didn't like that you fall down thing.
I didn't like that.
It was kind of stupid. But
I think the weight class thing is weird. The weight order.
Yeah, we talked about that before last week. Yeah, I hated that.
I'm not a fan of the weight order. I like the strategies. I like being able to do that. 3 or 5 doesn't really matter.
Wait, we talked about it last week, right?
Yeah, I
think so. A lot of people probably didn't listen to it, but it just because of
because I asked you about team fighting. Which one was your favorite? 3-man, 5-man, 4-man, 1 woman, internationals.
Like I said, it really depended on
who
rules. Yeah, who I was
rules and who I was going with. Yeah,
but.
They do that. What do they do now? The mixed teams in NBL. I like that. 18 to 29 man, an 18 and over woman, and then 35 and over.
I haven't been to an NBL tournament only since Jeff Dawson 2017. That's the only one. Then that's because it's Jeff's tournament. Other than that, I haven't been to an NBL tournament
in forever. Yeah, I haven't been to one in God. I can't even remember. Kumite. Yeah, 15 or 16 the year I went.
Well, since I moved to Atlanta, I haven't been to.
What was the year Jason and Avery fought in the finals?
I don't know.
Whatever.
Because because I wasn't. Once I moved down here, I had no clue.
That's true.
What was going on?
So you had to have been like 15, 16.
Well, he went up in 7 years ago, 12.
It was when they did that 10 versus 10 man, $10,000 challenge or whatever. State versus state, 10 grand challenge.
Oh, that had to be 16. Okay. I think it was right after.
That was the first year.
It was after my event.
That was the first year. Yeah, it was.
It was right after my event. Yeah. So it was like 2016.
It was the first time I had been to Pittsburgh since, God, like, 04, 05 or something like that. I'd only been twice. I don't even remember what year it was.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Man. My memory getting to me though.
All right.
These whippersnappers.
Any other team fighting rules that you didn't like?
No, it's just, I think just make it the same rules.
Yeah.
Just make it the same as point fighting. Just give us 3 of those 2-minute rounds or 5 of those 2-minute rounds or 4 men and 1 woman round. Like, it doesn't matter what the structure of it is. Just keep them the same rules as the regular divisions. That was the problem. You know, we were talking about that with the biggest problem with super fights. Why do you have a super fight division when you could just make the regular divisions the same? Like, that goes into that forms question that I was talking about. Why have that traditional challenge if you can just make the Japanese division the same?
Yeah.
You know, it's called that division. Make it happen. It's called point fighting. Make it a fight a little bit, just a little bit. It gotta be. You don't gotta strap them up with the 10-ounce gloves like Greenhall used to do at his super fights. We was mandatory wore 10-ounce gloves.
Really?
They gave us the 10-ounce gloves at the ring. If you didn't have a set of, and it was SAP. If you didn't have the SAP 10-ounce gloves, they gave you a set at the ring, and you had to fight point fighting in the 10-ounce gloves. So that was a big difference in defense and hand tactics and your punches, because most people don't fight in 10-ounce gloves. We wear the little 4-ounce. At the time, it was still 4-ounce foam dips.
Oh yeah, I do remember those. Yeah.
And we fought on the EPA mats, the cheerleading mats, the rollout carpet mats. We fought on those. Those are comfortable. I got them in my school.
The fact that you know what mats they are, it's like, ooh, okay. Yeah,
I was a gymnast and a cheerleader, man.
Yeah, I remember.
I got the mats in my back right there because I still teach tumbling. Anybody need a shout out private? What's up? Holla at your boy. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I don't really, I mean, if you do.
Right. All right. So,
yeah, but other than that, I didn't really have too many other team fighting rules that I didn't like. There are a lot of stories about team fighting. That one where CJB did the same thing, but they did it at the US Open for money because most of the time, this is when, because team fighting didn't
like
have
$300.
Yeah, they gave away. They were talking about because it was supposed to be $750. All the other major tournaments gave out $750, but that was one of the big problems with NASCA. The team fighting wasn't regulated, so whatever each tournament wanted to give, that's what they gave.
Ridiculous! You're on ESPN giving away $300.
They weren't on ESPN that year because they didn't have fighting, and that's back when they didn't have the fighting on ESPN.
It's still the US Open is giving away $300.
Fair enough. So CJB said, we're not doing it. If y'all are really giving $300, we're going to bow out. And bunch of people said, yeah, we're going to do the same thing. As soon as they bowed out, they were like, oh, we'll move it up to 500. Everybody came back in. Right? It was the weakest thing I'd ever seen. I was on Straight Up, and I wasn't on the team at that event. Raymond and all them. So I bucked, like I wasn't on that squad, so I didn't care. I was whatever. But yeah, I'll never forget that. I ended up fighting Mallory and Russ Taylor that weekend.
Russ
was dope.
Yeah.
As a dude, don't get a lot of love.
Yeah. A lot of people don't get a lot of love.
That's true.
All right. Anything else? Next one? Next topic that you had?
Oh, what else do we have? Hold on. Oh, just the other tournaments.
What other tournaments?
Guatemala. Jack went down to Guatemala. Won overalls down there.
Yeah.
Ant won an overall. I don't remember what tournament that was.
It was in New York.
Yeah.
Queen. Yeah, he wasn't the Queen of New York, but I mean, he did win the Queen of New York.
He did win Queen.
Another New York. Another tournament New York, in Queens.
A Queens tournament.
Yes.
And then they had the Flanders Cup, which is Waco World Cup event in Beveren, Belgium. It's a pretty cool little town. We used to go there as all-stars for years. Elijah Evero won open weight top 10 Germany with Enrique Latona. Won teams, and Evelyn from Belgium, after a year layoff, won like 3 of divisions and freaking
Evelyn
overall.
Names?
Yeah,
she's dope.
Evelyn's dope.
Yeah.
I remember. Okay. So dating my, our travels over there. I remember when she was
dating your travels.
Dating my travels. My travels. I am dating my travels. No. That's what I was going to say. When we went over there, I remember the first time we went over, we met her because the guy who promotes, Mark DeBlanc, who promotes the tournament, who's the promoter, that's his student.
Okay.
So she was like, she had to have been like 8 or 9 when we first started going over there. So watching her from being young and fighting and becoming the monster that she is now, it's been really, really cool to watch somebody like that. I don't know why I remembered that just then, but we've been talking. I mentioned to you earlier, I went from like 2005 to like 2010 every year teaching seminars and stuff. And she was one of the little kids that would go and do the tricking seminar the first couple times. And then after she did it once or twice, I think she did it like twice. And then she went over to Raymond's seminar, and then she went back over there and just stayed fighting. She was like, nah, I can do a cartwheel, jump front kick. I'm good with all that. I can punch and kick people. But yeah, no, that was it. Other than that, I don't really know about too many other events. Like I said, I try to keep up a little bit.
I saw, Sport Martial Arts does that minute.
Yeah.
They doing it every day.
They do an everyday minute.
Yeah, doing it every day now. I watched that today, and it was a lot of tournaments. I mean, I have no idea where these tournaments were. They were like all over the place.
Right.
It was like, whoa, okay, there's a lot of tournaments this weekend. But it is the fall, and that's usually when it starts to kick back up in the fall.
Yeah, summer slows down.
Then it dies down again, and then for holidays, and then it comes back in like February, March. March is really when it really kicks off.
Yeah, end of February, March is that first. What January's AKAs? Yeah. Is there anything in February? Or is that compete? That's compete in February now.
Yeah.
Okay, because I remember for a little bit they moved it back a little later.
Oh, I don't know.
There was like the last weekend, or it was like last weekend of February, or like the first weekend of March for a little bit.
I think Ireland started moving up though.
Like that's why. Because Ireland is the weekend after.
Yeah,
it's because we always did we would go to compete. We'd do the weekend out. The whole team would stay the week and train, and then we go to Ireland that Wednesday. Mm-hmm. That would be our we'd go train for the week before, stay, train, and then go to Ireland. That's what we did with Kevin
once Kevin and him got on.
Yeah.
Oh. That is,
but yeah, that's about it on that.
Mm-hmm.
That's Sport Martial Arts Minute is pretty cool. Like 5-minute recap or whatever, birthdays, posts, all that. Yeah,
it was the one they put up today. It was, or was it yesterday? It had Avery as a white belt. So they did a spotlight about showing Avery as a white belt doing this. I think it was his first turn. To be honest with you, he was doing his base 4-1, and if y'all look at one of the judges, he's gonna look familiar.
Whoa,
me, like 18-year-old me, looking like I'm 14. Like,
oh man,
I was like, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. But yeah, they posted that one. I can't remember. I think it was today, or it might have been yesterday. I'm not sure though.
Right. So you tagged me in that post. Did you watch the fight with Joey Rivera and Ronald Brady? The middleweight?
Yes.
Middleweight grands?
I did watch the fight. Yeah. You tagged me into it.
No, Jeff, I think, tagged you and said, see, guys, I think they were right. And I thought you said, see, Chris, I told you. Maybe. I don't know. Whatever it was. But yeah, I was wondering if you watched it. Either I tagged you or you tagged me.
Yeah, I watched it. I watched Ronald and Joey Rivera. I watched it. It was a good fight. I mean, I think it was Ronald won it. Yeah. Ronald won. So it was just like, all right, yep. There we go. There it is.
Yep. Middleweight grands.
Yeah, exactly. All right. You watch Empire?
Nah.
Do you watch
Power?
No.
Nah.
What's the name of that show? Hustle and Flow. Did you watch Hustle and Flow?
The movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know who Terrence Howard is.
Of course I know who Terrence Howard is.
Did you see what's been going on with him at the Emmys?
No. What's going on with Terrence Howard?
So let me see.
I like Terrence Howard
here. You made huge headlines when you said after you complete these 15 episodes of Empire, you got to walk away for a while or forever.
For good. I mean, everyone keeps trying to tell me don't say it's forever, but I've spent 37 years pretending to be people so that people can pretend to watch and enjoy what I'm doing when I've made some discoveries in my own personal life with the science that Pythagoras was searching for. I was able to open up the flower of life properly and find the real wave conjugations that we've been looking for 10,000 years. Why would I continue, walking on water for tips when I've got an entire generation to teach a whole new world?
That's a big remark. Yeah. What do you intend to do?
Well, let me put it this way. All energy in the universe is expressed in motion. All motion is expressed in waves. All waves are curved. So where does the straight lines come from to make the platonic solids? There are no straight lines. So when I took the flower of life and opened it properly, I found a whole new wave conjugations that expose the in-between spaces. It's the thing.
Can you please tell me what he's talking about?
Without really diving too far deep down into the subject, he's not crazy. I'm just going to tell you that right now. He's not crazy.
Oh, so what is he saying?
He's not crazy. So it's, which we kind of touched on, I kind of touched on it not too long ago about when we talk about the 5G and the wavelengths, when the frequencies that come out do not damage, but they manipulate your brain waves, and it manipulates the way you think and the way that your body absorbs things. Like you stand next to too many microwaves or radiation waves, those waves are going to hit you and it's going to enter your body and alternate, change what's going on in there. Right.
Okay.
So what he's saying is, and it's not a super crazy theory, but if you can get into the frequencies and you can get into the wavelengths and you can start changing things, you can start changing behaviors and you can start clearing out things and making things more clear. So it's a way of thought process. I don't necessarily know enough about it to sit there and to really go in it. He's not super crazy.
What is the flower of life?
This, I think he probably got on some DMT. I'm not gonna lie to you. That was a little, but I mean, it's people talking about, when people talk about
completely confused.
Right. But like when people talk about their third eye, they're talking about the pituitary gland. And when you suppress the pituitary, then you don't get to function out the way it is. You open that up and you get to see, and your perception of things are different and all that jazz. It's a very big subject. And he said a lot.
Are you a Scientologist?
No, heck no, I am not a Scientologist.
Is this Scientologist theory?
No, it's frequencies and waves. Everything has frequencies and waves. Everything shoots out and gives off those things. So what he's saying is, when you've learned to master those wavelengths, you can start to manipulate and do different things.
So this is a martial arts, is what you're saying?
It is an art. Yes, it is a scientific art, but yeah, and people will go back and forth by it. It's like, the Ayurvedas where they got the crystals and the healing gems, and some people believe and some people don't believe. This actually has more of a science base to it, and you can see the waves and things. You can see what different things give off as technology and computers give out its own waves and at its own level. You got to change the frequency on your CB radios to match and to mesh up. So which frequency and which waves,
I get that.
So, I mean, it's the same thing, and your body reacts to those things. So different ways. And so that's what he's saying. If you can master those things and you can figure out what will work and what will not work within your own body or within and how to channel that out for everybody else, he thinks he has more. I don't, this guy went a little deep for that one. Like I said, I think he probably got on some DMT or he had a good trip or something. And he's still kind of there and he's seeing some different things.
So basically what you're saying is he's regurgitating things that he doesn't fully understand, and he's saying it in a way that...
Yeah, he's probably scratched the surface. He's probably done a couple of deeper dives and read a few more articles and stuff than the average person would. Well, definitely more than the average person, definitely more than the I touch most scientific subjects a little bit and read enough about it to at least have an understanding. So when people say something, I can go, I remember what that comes from here. Now I know how to do research if I choose to either open myself up to that or be like,
because it sounds nuts.
But Neil deGrasse Tyson sounds nuts too half the time when he talks about things that you don't get.
Not to me.
Well, he simplifies it. He's
yeah. What?
So like I said, he's probably done a deep dive or a deeper dive than most people would in that. And now he's trying to he found something that he likes and he's now trying to explode that out for everybody. To walk away, a little bit. Jim Carrey ain't that crazy neither, though.
I didn't say Jim was.
Nah, Jim got some great theories behind that. Yeah. Now you
I can't get with that one.
Again, you'll have to. It's if you choose, that's a bigger subject. I don't know about all that, but I do think that the waves throughout the earth and different cycles give out different vibes like that.
Cycles, man. What are you talking about?
Cycles in the earth, man. You have different.
You talking about cycle? Talking about a woman's cycle?
No, fool, the cycle of the earth, not Mother Earth, not no lady.
That is the Mother Earth cycle.
I'm not touching that subject. Listen. Whatever the women say about that, they're right. I don't know nothing about that one. You didn't even give me a camera.
I'm just saying, you're saying that that's the cycle of life.
It's just the earth has its own cycles. Obviously, with climate change and the heating and the cooling and the rapid succession of the earth, it does different things. The vibrations, the plate tectonics and all that give out different waves. Where you're at in different parts of the earth give out different wavelengths and different radiations.
Oh, just for the record, I told you Jermaine wasn't showing up.
Oh, we knew that. we put. I would have put money on him not showing up.
Yeah.
He still didn't do his push-ups.
I got. I'm gonna have to record him doing his push-ups. I'm gonna hit my boy up and be like, yo, I don't know why Jermaine made a bet with my boy saying that Kawhi was gonna stay with the Toronto Raptors. We're like,
dumbest
what are you talking
bet
about?
Ever. Bro, he was
like
gone.
A week later,
he was gone like before the finals started. Right. He was already out the door.
He told it like after the thing. He was like, yeah, this is something they can build on. I'm like, oh, he gone.
Keywords. most of us picked up on it. Some people obviously did not.
Like, no, he just won a championship. Extend. Why would he stay?
Why? He did what he needed to do.
He's been trying to get to LA for the longest. Yeah. Why would he stay?
Man, I'm excited for the season of basketball though. Now you got me all up pumped up now.
Yeah, man. It starts in a couple weeks.
Yep. We got some actual divvied up. Oh, it's
actually,
gonna be good.
like 2 weeks. This preseason starts Thursday. First game was like Thursday.
Yep.
It's interesting to see who's gonna win that. I can't wait to see that basketball starting up.
East is weak. Still.
Have you been watching NFL?
Here and there. I watched the Saints. Whoop on them Cowgirls. Cowboys. I'm sorry.
Fans. I have no idea what's going on. I just know I'm not watching football, but I'm just saying. But I
know on my fantasy team I sat out the wrong dang players. I still won.
Teddy Bridgewater's playing instead of Breeze.
Yep.
Huh?
Yeah.
What? Why?
He got hurt, thumb or something.
Who? Breeze.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was because it was like a couple weeks ago. It was like the weeks of injuries. Ben Roethlisberger's elbow, Drew Brees' thumb. There was like 4 or 5 guys. Miami's still terrible. That is. I'm not even paying attention, but everybody's talking about how bad they are. They're like, listen. I don't even remember, but after week 3, what were they? They were outscored like 126-12 or 116-12 or something like that.
160. The first 2 games were like they were down by like 90-0 or 90-7 or something stupid like that. And I was just like,
it was rough to be it. Man, I'm so happy as a Floridian. I am not a Finn fan. Ugh.
Yeah, maybe it was 120. But yeah,
it was ridiculous. Yeah. Now, I don't know. It's all right. I don't watch every game. I'll flip through. My wife doesn't like sports ball. She don't like watching any sports. She'd be like, are you watching sports balls again? Yes, I am.
Well, actually, this is the time I started watching baseball. This is the playoffs.
Yeah, playoffs.
I actually watch playoff baseball. It's too long, man. It's too long of a season and each game is too long. So therefore, when playoff baseball is kind of, it's because you
World Series. World Series. That's all I watch. And I'm really watching only a little bit of it. I'm getting up because I know it's going to be a long game.
Yeah.
I got to go do something.
I make sure I pay attention. I won't. The game will be on.
Yeah.
But it's also during that time of year where all the shows come back.
That's
like right now, it's a whole bunch of shows that came back this past week. And so I've been.
What are you watching, man?
Have you started watching The Righteous Gemstones? I started watching that.
That's good.
Man. Oh, what else? What just came back? Something just came back that's on my Fresh Off the Boat. I like Fresh Off the Boat. Blackish. They started Mixed-ish.
Awesome. I want to see that. Did you watch it?
I watched the first episode. It wasn't bad. It was kind of interesting. It was like, okay.
We'll see how it goes. Okay.
Yeah. The Zach is in it. From Saved by the Bell.
Yeah. Zach Morris?
Zach Morris.
Zach Morris is trash.
Yeah. Oh, I love that.
It's so that, man. My wife hates me when I'm on that because she loves Saved by the Bell. Yeah. I mean, it was cool with kids, but
the fact that it's funny because how they are like, yes, I see what you're saying. Technically, this is international espionage. Kidnap.
Yeah.
Like, but let's be realistic. It's just like a little
junior high school kids being high school kids being high school kids doing stupid stuff.
Yeah, so
but some of them though be like, yo, he broke up with his girl, faked that he was dating this one, this dumped the handicapped girl. I was like, yo,
he is trash.
Well, he kind of trash.
Yeah, he is trash.
Yeah, he is trash.
And the funny thing is, Mark Paul Glasser, the guy who plays him, he said, he is trash.
He's trash. He said that when they did what was he on that Bash. He was on
Franklin
and Bash. There you go.
Yeah.
That was good. My wife had me watch. Most of the stuff I watch with my wife.
I used to watch. Well, I guess I did used to watch Suits. They just had this series finale last Thursday, so I watched that. I'm a big Mr. Robot fan, and this is the last season for that on USA, so I'm gonna watch that. I'm trying to think what else. I watched the episode 1 of whatever season Family Guy was on. I didn't like this one. I didn't like this episode. It's kind of threw a whole bunch of stuff that happened.
Yeah, that's kind of like what they've been doing a little bit lately. It's like, all right, we ain't got really a lot of new material. Let's just throw everything at the same time.
A funny scene and just throw it out here, and it's just like y'all clearly just catching a check at this point.
Yeah. I mean, Simpsons is.
I like the other show he does.
Which one?
The space one.
Futurama?
No.
That's been gone. That's
no, the was supposed to be like a fake Star Trek. Oh, I can't remember the name of the show. Star Trek. Yeah, it's like a fake Star Trek. But anyway, I actually like that one. It's sometimes I like it. Sometimes it's funny. Sometimes it's like, yo, y'all are wilding. I'm trying to think what else.
My wife be getting me to watch some singing shows.
Yeah, that's the one good thing. I'm not in a relationship, so I don't have to do that. Because I hate those shows. I hate those shows. I hate reality shows.
Oh, I don't do no. Don't get turned on to my
singing
house.
Shows.
I do the singing shows a little bit. I know it's reality TV. Nah, the one that I liked, because you don't know who it. You know that they're celebrities. Singer? Yeah, but I tell you what, first episode, I called my man
Victor Oladipo.
What?
Victor Oladipo?
No. T-Pain. I knew that was Payne's voice.
Oh, okay.
I called, like we were, because when you're playing that show where my wife is there, she'll be guessing like, oh, who you think that is? I'm listen. I was like, that sounds like a little bit like Cisco. Wait, and then I heard I was like, no, that's Fahim. That's Fahim. That's Payne. No, it's not. The internet says it's so and so. It's not. That's T-Pain. I put $1 million on that one. I know that voice like I can hear him, his voice. I've sat at his house and listened to him sing. Like I know that voice.
Yeah.
So that was a cool one. But
that's name drop right there.
Yeah, I had to. Fahim is a good dope. Nah, that was one of the things I used to say that I knew him, and at the karate tournaments, they were like, nah. We were in Miami one year. We go out to the club. We go into VIP. Conroy was with us. Like it was a bunch of people. Who's in the club? Who's in VIP? Right across in the table across the way. I go over there. Yo, Fahim. He's looking around like, who's calling my? Oh, what's up, karate man? What you doing? And that's exactly what he said. I was like, we was here for karate tournament. Oh, you doing karate? Yeah, these my boys. Oh, that's what's up. Yeah, I want to buy a little Nouveau. No. No, but I'll take it.
Hilarious.
That's what time it was. That's when it was. Nouveau. Yeah. We was drinking that Incredible Hulks and Nouveau. It's better than Alizé. I mean,
I still. Anyway, what shows you watching, man?
Man, I watch SWAT.
I haven't gotten into that. I mean, I watched the movie.
It's okay. It's okay. What's his name does real good. Shamar Moore does well.
You know what I'm interested in seeing now is that Treadstone.
Yes,
I am interested in seeing that.
That one looks pretty good.
Yeah,
I do that Bull show.
Bull show.
It's called Bull. He was Michael Weatherly. He used to be on NCIS, and he left NCIS, and then he's like jury whisperer or some nonsense. Like he reads juries and figures out how to play the side to the juries and win.
Oh,
that's a pretty dope show.
I know a show. I shouldn't even say it, but y'all gonna be looking at me crazy. It's a show called God Friended Me.
I've seen that show.
Reason why I'm watching the show,
I've seen 3 or 4 episodes,
is the sister is from DC. I've hung out with her a few times. So, like, she's part of the crew.
Yeah,
so I'm like,
support.
All right.
We support.
All right, I'm going to watch the VCU. And like, all right.
Did you watch Twilight?
The movies?
Yeah.
No.
You didn't support Taylor? You didn't support a karate guy?
First off, the crazy thing is Taylor's from Michigan.
I know.
That's the crazy thing. Second off, I didn't know that was him. I didn't. He was 9, man, running around like I don't remember, like
doing a wink and point.
Like if y'all know me, I don't pay attention to 9-year-olds running around karate tournaments. I'm not, especially not 9-year-old forms competitors. It's just like
fair enough.
And because I guess he hit my uncle up, and his family wanted to come down and train with us before. I don't remember if it happened or not. I don't know. But I will say so then when I found out about it, I was like, oh, okay, I'll watch other things. Yeah, I'm not watching that one. But I watched some of the other stuff.
I watched Abducted, the action one. I watched
the one that he was in with Adam Sandler. Grown Ups? Was it Grown Ups?
Grown Ups too. They just did like 13 backflips. Yeah. I just gonna ask if you've seen that one. And then that one. He's in the other one too, the Ridiculous Six or something. He's in that one with them too.
Is he?
That's on the Netflix one. Yeah, he's on the front. He's got the hat and stuff. He's funny looking.
Okay.
I haven't seen it yet. I
saw it. I saw it. But
yeah, no.
Yeah. Actually, I am interested in seeing this new Adam Sandler movie.
Yes.
Hey, I'm doing the podcast. You're live. You want to say hello to everybody? You're live right now on the podcast.
Oh. Call me back.
All right. Oh my God. Anyway, but yeah, so the what were we talking about? Oh yeah. The new Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah.
So he's supposed to be a jewelry dealer.
Yeah. I just saw something on that.
Yeah.
Bro, these movie trailers right now are confusing me. But I've seen all the movie trailers. I don't know what's going on in these, especially these 2 new Disney movies that are coming out. I got nothing. Maleficent 2.
Oh yeah.
I seen the preview and I still don't know what's going on in that movie.
Yeah.
And then Frozen 2, and I have no idea what's going on. I seen the Frozen 2.
I haven't seen Frozen 1, just to be honest with you. But
you're not missing a lot. Let it go.
But I know that. I know what you did.
Listen, everybody knows that.
But I know what I'm going to see this weekend.
What you going to see this weekend?
Joker.
Oh, I want to see it.
It comes out Friday. I need to buy my tickets soon, very soon. So
yeah, man, I ain't
get the Thursday night showing
with them kids, man. I ain't been going to no movies. I ain't seen nothing.
I'm sorry for you, but
I'm gonna go. And if you want to go, you can come on down.
I think I'm going to go Thursday. I got it. Never mind.
Yeah, I still gotta go see. Shoot, I still gotta see Spider-Man: Far From Home. I gotta see Godzilla because I haven't seen that one yet. Love Godzilla. You watched the old Godzillas when we was a kid? King Kong vs. Godzilla, really. Godzilla and the Moth. Like you ain't watching it?
Not really. I mean, I remember seeing a couple of them, but I don't remember. I wasn't really like taken aback.
I did. I remember doing the Godzilla movies, and then I did every karate movie ever when they came out. And that was about it. Yeah. My son's favorite movie right now is Turtles 2, the new one though, with Bebop and Rocksteady, the Out of the Shadows. I was happy we finally got Bebop and Rocksteady, but it wasn't a good movie.
No, man.
We got Bebop and Rocksteady, and it was funny. They were pretty funny.
Wow.
They were like the cartoon. So for us old heads who watched the cartoon, it was kind of a cartoon vibe, but just done very Michael Bay-ish.
Yes, exactly.
This guy, please stop giving this dude movies.
They keep making money.
He done messed up the Transformers. Oh my God.
Yeah.
But anyway.
All right. That's about, unless you got anything else you want to talk about.
Man, I am good. We had a good weekend, good food, good fights. My jiu-jitsu coach won by Dead Orchard.
Yeah. You said you won by armbar, right?
Yeah.
That's what it's called, a dead orchard.
But the position that he got in is called the dead orchard position, which creates a choke on one side, and then a wrist lock. And then when you go to fight that side, he takes the free arm and arm bars you. It's something that he's done to me 2 and 3 times in a 15-minute roll. Same exact setup. But I felt kind of vindicated. I texted him that earlier. I was like, of course, I know that setup. It's the same thing that I get caught in on a regular basis. I've actually learned how to defend that pretty good because he tries to do it a lot. So I'm like, it kind of makes me feel validated that as a new purple belt, I can defend that
What
pretty
is the
well.
rank in that?
Like he's
purple? No, I'm talking about purple is like...
mid-level.
Okay.
There's 5 belts. White, blue, purple, brown, black. Some places, not traditionally, but some places have incorporated a green belt.
I was about to say,
because
where's the green at?
Green belt is between white and blue.
Okay.
It's like you kind of understand the techniques and you're remembering the basics, but you need something in your live rolls. Or your live rolling is really good, but you don't remember all your moves. It's like you're getting good, but we still got a little ways to go.
So white, blue,
purple, brown, black. And
black.
then anywhere between 0 to 4 stripes in between, depending on how your instructor goes and all that jazz.
Okay.
But yeah, we gotta, that's a weird thing. Do you want to talk about standards though? You
have some very high standards.
Well, depending
or very
it depends. Nowadays, it's turning into a commercial sport and a commercial. Yeah. So it's turning into that, but it's still you can't be a blue belt until you're 16. Period. They have gray belts and they have kids belts and they do those kinds of things, but you can't be a blue belt till you're 16 years old. Period.
Well, I think I qualify for that.
I think there are only a few people who have ever gotten their black belt under 18. I think the rule is kind of the unwritten rule is 18. You can't be a black belt. Like even if you start because if you start at like 7 and you go all the way up to 16, you're gonna be good enough to be a blue belt. You're probably, depending on your athleticism, you'll probably be a purple belt coming in, but they can't do it until there's this kid in Florida named Mike Masemi who's a IBJJF multiple time world champion now in a few different weight classes. He's like 3-year back-to-back or, 3-year champ. He was that way in Florida. He was that good. We all knew at 16, he was getting his blue belt. Like he was crushing everybody. And we knew at 18, he would get his black belt.
So let me ask you, can you not learn other things? So you know how you have a form at blue belt?
There's no form.
No. Okay, that's what I'm saying. But that means there are techniques that you're learning at that level.
Yes.
So that means from white, for basically for 6 years or 9 years, whatever. If you start at 7, you're to 16. So 9 years, you don't have to. No, you don't. No.
Or
you just don't get that rank.
You don't get that rank.
Okay, so you still learn other things.
In jiu-jitsu, to be a blue belt, you have to be able to know how to do this stuff. There's a curriculum. There's still kind of a curriculum. Depending on each style and person, instructor and all that. But there's basic moves you got to know. You got to be able to do 3 submissions from guard. You got to be able to sweep, 3 sweeps. You got to be able to pass from the guard. You got to be able to know all your, there's just basics. But however it takes you, whatever your journey takes you, say, my original coach told me, you have to know the big 4. You have to know a guillotine, a triangle, an armbar, and a mataleone, a rear naked. You have to know those 4. Then when you get good at those 4 from every one of your positions, pick a new move. Something you like, and then learn that move from every position. And that's how I learned. That was a catch wrestling thing. That's how I learned. So I learned I can do those 5. I can do my 5 submissions from every single position that I'm in. Top, bottom, half guard, full guard, side control. It doesn't matter. I know a way. It doesn't mean I can pull it off. It just means I know a way to get there. So you can learn all those things and still not be able to get your belt. I know guys who teach white belts, crazy spider lasso, De La Hiva guards and like weird stuff. Like, dude, my man doesn't even know what closed and open guard is yet. Like day one, you're getting thrown into class. Let's go. This is what we're doing. So this is what we're working on. So there are people who don't understand an arm triangle, but are doing gogoplatas, which is Chinese to you. It's all actually Brazilian, but
it's Brazilian to me. It's Portuguese.
But yeah, so there's
Spanish
that way. But it's close enough. You can understand each other. You can understand each other.
Yeah.
Because I there's very little Spanish. We've had that conversation. But the Spanish that I know, I can converse enough with the Brazilians that they're like, oh, you mean this? Yeah.
Well, we over time, so we're only 10 minutes over, so we're good.
Oh, that's not bad.
All right. We'll see you guys next week. Anything? Oh, let me get the.
We got to close them.
I gotta close it out.
Wrapping up team fights. Shout out Ross, MVP.
Yeah.
Slapping.
Errol Spence.
Oh, that was yo, my man, I still can't believe that judge.
Oh, right.
The judge had the one judge had Sean Porter winning by like a lot.
Yeah, he
did. But like we said, they had to, like the commentators were saying they gave Sean Porter the first 5 rounds or something. I was like,
insane. No pleasure cruise, people.
Before all human race.
And I'll never lose. It goes on and on. You know they don't play this by itself anymore. They play We Will Rock You, and then We Are the Champions. It's always. I've never heard them separate since like '94.
All right, people.
Have a great week. Shout out.
See y'all next week.
We are the champions. We are the champions.